Writing onto a cake with frosting can be one of the most challenging skills to master. Practicing is very helpful, but if you aren't aware of the common mistakes of piping buttercream wording, it will take you much longer to get better at it. In this video, I'm sharing 5 mistakes to avoid when you're lettering onto a cake with buttercream. Now let's get into it. Mistake number 1 is not sketching out your lettering first. Use a cake board that's the same diameter as your cake to help sketch out your message and other decorations. This will help with planning and executing the design on the top of your cake. Mistake number 2 is not practicing your lettering on parchment paper. If you approach your cake without practicing first, you'll most likely make the letters too big and run out of space. Make sure to practice piping your message over parchment paper before you start. It's even better if you can place the parchment paper over the sketch you made to practice the lettering at the right size. Mistake number 3 is using icing or frosting that's too thick or too thin. We typically use a tip number 3, which is a smaller piping tip for lettering with buttercream. Make sure that your icing is thin enough to flow easily from the number 3 decorating tip. You'll also want to make sure that your icing isn't runny or watery. Mistake number 4 is using the wrong hand position. As with most buttercream piping, knowing and using the right hand position is key to perfecting the technique. The same is true for lettering with buttercream. Simple printing is done by holding the piping bag at a 45-degree angle, with the end of the bag facing your body for vertical lines, and with the end of the bag facing the right for horizontal lines. If you're left-handed, you can try this with the end of the bag facing left if it's more comfortable. When you have angled lines, simply rotate your hand and piping bag slightly to that angle to create the line. Now here's a super helpful tip for piping rounded shapes like the letters S, O, R, B, D, in this case the letter P. After piping the vertical line, adjust your hand so that the tip is at a 90-degree angle to the surface, so completely vertical. Then start piping with the tip up and away from the surface like this. Doing so allows you to anticipate where the icing will fall, and you'll have more control over where the icing lands. Again, make sure that your icing is thin enough to flow easily from the number 3 decorating tip. And again, it should not be runny or watery. For cursive writing, continue with the number 3 decorating tip and hold the bag at a 90-degree angle. Again, completely vertical to the surface. Notice that my decorating tip hovers slightly above the surface. Try to avoid dragging the tip along the surface of the parchment paper or cake. Keeping the tip elevated helps me to anticipate where the icing falls, as cursive writing is made up of mostly curves. Writing in cursive with buttercream is a lot like writing in cursive with a pen, pencil, or stylus. You'll want to pipe each word continuously, then go back and cross the T's and dot the I's at the end. Mistake number 5 is skipping the lettering tools. Don't be afraid to use lettering tools meant for cake decorating. This will definitely make it easier for you to space out your letters and drastically reduce your stress. There are a lot of different lettering tools available, so try a few different ones to figure out which one works best for you. I've linked a few of my favorite lettering tools in the description. When you're lettering onto your cake and you make a mistake, don't worry. Just wait for the icing to set, and then you can remove the icing carefully with a toothpick. And then try your lettering again. Now I have a question for you. How would you rate your buttercream lettering skills? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and share this video with a friend. Subscribe to my channel for more cake decorating and baking tips, tricks, and tutorials. A special shout out to all of my channel members. And to you, thanks for watching.